What's up, Pizzaholics? Behind me is one of the biggest pizzerias in Dumbo, Brooklyn, baby. Ignazio's Pizza. I already reviewed their margarita. I'm gonna try their clam pizza this time because I'm looking for a good clam pizza. And everybody's telling me Ignazio's. I know Lombardi's makes a good clam pie. I've had it. It's great. It's nothing that's on par with the New Haven clam pizzas. So I'm looking for a clam pizza that's gonna be on par with the stuff I've eaten in New Haven. Is Ignazio's the one? Come and find out, guys. Let's go eat. They give you a basket full of plates, napkins, and look at that. Condiments, grated cheese, oregano, and chili flakes. That is awesome. Oh my goodness, guys. What should I say? What could I say? This is the clam side. And in case you guys haven't watched my review of Ignazio's, I reviewed their margarita. Actually, this is their standard pie. They don't make two different cheese pies. They make this type of cheese pie and that's it. They call it the pizza. I gave it a pretty damn good score. So go check out my review. But today I am here to review this wonderful clam pie, guys. Look at that thing. Okay, here we go, guys. Oh my goodness, extremely airy. And all those clams, and it doesn't even flop. That is a plus point and a half. Almost forgot, guys. This here is my type of crust, guys. Look at those air pockets. It's a nice, fairly thick crust. Not exactly thin crust, but it's still light. It's just basically hollow inside. Look at those air pockets. Phenomenal crust. Phenomenal crust. Into the lab we go, guys. The crust, we're going to start right there with that crust. Golden brown, nothing too charred. Airy as hell. But when you flip this baby over, you will see some good leoparding. I believe it's a gas oven. Could be electric, I'm not sure. But this isn't a brick oven. It's not wood-fired or coal. It is good old gas. Perhaps electric. I have to ask the guy. If I get a chance to ask the waiter, I'll include a caption. Again, look at this, man. Wonderful exterior crunch. Soft in the middle. Fluffy in the middle. Oh my goodness. This is the type of crust I go for. Now you know why I'm not a thin crust guy. Now you know why. You want to know why I don't really go for thin crust? Unless it's Joe and Pat's. Otherwise, nah, man. The pizza has cooled down considerably. There's a tremendous topping. There's a heap of clams on this pizza, including a lemon wedge, and it's still not flopping. Wow. I'm a New Yorker, and I admit it. All right, I'm not going to be biased. New Haven clam pizza, number one. So I'm already thinking Pepe's. I'm comparing this to Pepe's, Zupardi's, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it's almost on par with Pepe's. Doesn't have the same amount of saltiness that Pepe's does. There's not only a ton of clams on the pie, there's different sizes of clams. There's really chopped ones, and you got these big ones here. They look like they're hand shucked. Delicious, delicious, thank you. But for the most part, they're not as briny. They're a little on the dry side. Not as juicy as, let's say, a Zupardi's pie. I think the Pepe's pie also supersedes this. They may not be the briniest clams I've had, nowhere near as close to the Zupardi clam pie, but there's a ton of flavor here, guys. You got the chopped parsley, you got the onion, you got the scallions or the chives, make that chives, and they do put some grated cheese on it. The pie does come with grated cheese already baked into those clams. Look at that. You get the lemon wedge, which is a nice touch, but still a little on the dry side, just a little. One thing I was happy to see, to be honest, there's no sauce on this. There's no sauce on this pizza. It's a clam pie. But guess what? There's no mozzarella on it either. And that is a good move. Mozzarella would have weighed this thing down. It would have gotten floppy. And you want the juices from the clams to get soaked up in that bread. And the mozzarella would have prevented that. What there is, however, is a ton of grated cheese. So all that white that you see on this pizza, all that white is from the grated pecorino or the Parmesan. And that is very reminiscent of Frank Pepe's in New Haven. That's how they do it over there, and that's how they do it over here. Now, I don't know if the clams are canned clams or pre-shucked, but they were pretty dry. Compared to Pepe's and compared to Zupardi's, yes. A little on the dry side. Alright guys, I basically did the cold test before. 10 minutes later, this thing is still not flopping. This crust is phenomenal. And you know, my level of importance on a pizza, when it comes to ingredients, crust first, sauce second, cheese last. However, there's no sauce on here. And there's no mozzarella. And so I'm going strictly on the specialty scale here, guys. Even though it's styled like Pepe's, the style is very similar to Pepe's. It doesn't have that strong, doesn't have that flavor that Pepe's has, and surely doesn't have the brininess that Zupardi's has in New Haven. But nevertheless, still, best clam pizza in New York City. Almost up there with Pepe's. Almost. And so I'm going 8-1 on the clam pizza. This is the pizza you look for. When you're looking for clam pizza, you drive over here. You drive to Ignazio's. You take that trip over a bridge because it's the best clam pie in the city. Maybe a little olive oil, you know, put a little drop of olive oil on this thing and you're set. But it's not the Pepe's pie, it's not the Zupardi's pie. Now, when I had the Pepe's clam pie, it was at their Yonkers location. I enjoyed it. I gave it a pretty monster score. Go check out that review. The clams were a little on the dry side as well, but I think the flavor on this pie supersedes this one here at Ignazio's because the clam to herb to cheese ratio is a little more balanced, and so you taste in the herbs. The clams aren't just overpowering everything and diluting the flavor in a way due to the abundance of the clams on the Ignazio pie. The Zupardi's pie was a completely different animal. Look at those clams, guys. Hand shucked before baking, fresh, plumpy clams. This pie was the best clam pie I've ever had. And so, even though it sounds like I'm knocking the Ignazio pie, I still enjoyed it. It's still an 8, but it doesn't compare to this one. I'm going to throw myself a curveball and enjoy their signature plain, which I already reviewed, guys. Go check it out. Link is in the description section. I gave this thing a monster score. Ignazio's better than Giuliani's next to it, better than Grimaldi's next to that one. How good is Ignazio's? I skipped Grimaldi's and Giuliani's for it. Well, guys, I'm going to go for a stroll, walk this pizza off, get some exercise. Well, it didn't happen. Could not find a clam pizza today that's going to top the ones I had in New Haven. But you know what? One day I may find one out here in New York City that's as good as the ones I had up in New Haven. But today was not the day, guys. Still good nonetheless. And let's hope I don't get hit by a bus. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Be well. Hit that like. I would appreciate it. And until next time, keep those bellies full, preferably with some good-ass clam pizza. This is Antonio, signing off.